Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're talking about the best nostalgic moment in Spider-Man No Way Home, and that is when the famous line, "With great power comes great responsibility," is said by Aunt May. Spoiler alert, before she passes away, she says that to Tom Holland's Peter Parker, and then when Tom Holland's Peter Parker meets the other Peter Parkers, they talk about the famous line that is said in their universe from Uncle Ben. So we will be watching it, and then I'll be giving you guys a full breakdown.
No, you don't have to you listen to me. You have a gift. You have power. And with great power, there must also come great responsibility.
She told me that with great power comes great responsibility. Wait, what? How do you know that? Uncle Ben said it. The day he died. Maybe she didn't die for nothing, Peter.
Now, breaking down the scene with Aunt May telling Tom Holland Spider-Man that with great power also comes great responsibility, I do like how they changed the wording and didn't make it exactly how it is said by Uncle Ben in the other universes and films. I think it was very unique, and I think the scene is very important for the development of the MCU Spider-Man, because in the other movies as well, there is that unique characteristic of Peter Parker wanting to be in between both worlds. He wants a normal life, but he also wants to save people. He wants to be that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but when the threats come and he's the only one that has the power to stop it, he has the responsibility because he has that power, and that's something that he has been struggling. And we see this in the MCU, where before he kind of didn't want to take the responsibility. He just wants to live his own life with MJ, go to school, have friends, and when these threats happen, that's what we saw with Far From Home, is that he wanted someone else to take on the Iron Man responsibility, which was Quentin Beck, and at the end of the day, he was still responsible in saving the day. Now, I will be doing a full breakdown and analysis of the full conversation that all three Spider-Men have when they first meet each other, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. But near the end of the conversation, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is still grieving over the loss of Aunt May and says that even in her dying moments, she still said he did the right thing, that with great power comes great responsibility. After hearing that, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man says that their Uncle Ben said the exact same thing the day he died in their universe, that with great power comes great responsibility. And then Tobey Maguire looks at Tom Holland Spider-Man and says, maybe Aunt May didn't die for nothing. And that's where we see the change in mindset in Tom Holland Spider-Man, where right before that conversation, he just wanted to press the box, send them back to their own universe, and if the villains died, they died. Where he kind of now has the mindset of, hey, you know what? I have this power. It's my responsibility to try to do the best thing for everyone, which is basically save them, because at the end of the day, the MCU Spider-Man, in my opinion, obviously we see this character trait with the other Spider-Mans as well, but this Spider-Man's always trying his best to save no matter what the circumstance is. And the fact that he has the power to save them, in my opinion, is super important, because before he could have easily sent them back when Doctor Strange had the box and gave Tom Holland Spider-Man the option to send them back, he still chose to try to save them. So the fact that, Aunt May's death was the thing that was really pushing Tom Holland Spider-Man to just not care if they die when they go back to their own universe, it's really a heartwarming moment. I would say the most heartwarming moment, not only because of the conversation and the shift in Tom Holland Spider-Man's mindset, but also because the nostalgic of hearing that line again, not only coming from Aunt May's mouth, but also hearing, Peter really think about it and see how he's processing it, because it's only been probably a couple hours since she passed away, to where in these Spider-Mans still remember vividly Uncle Ben saying with great power comes great responsibility, and it becomes like a mantra for them to really live by. And that's kind of the thing. Well, I'm going to do a full breakdown of the conversation, because there's some interesting things that Andrew Garfield Spider-Man said as well, so I don't want to spoil that in this video. So subscribe, and I will be doing a full analysis on that. So until the next one, keep on watching.